Welcome back everybody to another video for your people here at TK Stitch. Today we're actually got something pretty cool, a couple things that I want to talk about. We're going to be doing some 3D puff LA classic on a hat. I want to talk about this new puff that I got, which I'm probably not going to use today, but that's what I used on this sample and it came out pretty clean. And these new hats that we just got a few of, Otto hats, if you guys have heard of them, pretty well known. Yeah, these hats they're pretty clean. They're not trucker hats, which is what I've been using for these 5-panel hats, but check it out. We got this one, which is the one that we're going to be working on. It's a snapback. And I also got a couple other different colors, burgundy and white, and this one that I see a lot of, forest green and khaki. Clean. These hats just feel nice. They feel sturdy but not stiff. So we're gonna be using these bad boys to put, bam, this design. It's not gonna be this color. I think we're gonna be doing, since it's khaki, we're gonna be doing the outline khaki color and the puff on black. I had forgotten that I actually had a black sheet, so that's why I was planning on using this foam that I got recently, this whole thing, for 10 bucks. It feels and it looks real cheap, but I stacked two of them and I think it's worth it for 10 bucks. This one alone comes out like $10 out of all stitch, but it's solid. It's solid foam. This one's like 3 millimeters. I think this one's like 2. That's why I doubled it up. Ended up being like 3 millimeters at the end once it's stitched. So that's what we're gonna do. The black, it's gonna be real clean, real subtle, khaki and black. But enough of that. Let me show you guys the design real quick. I'm gonna zoom into it. I'm gonna point out some stuff that I think could be better. We're gonna fix it on the computer. We're gonna run one sample. We'll see if it needs any changes then, and we'll do the actual hat. As you can see, it looks decent. I really liked it, really happy with it. What I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna scoot this inwards so we get more outline, because I think if I push the outline out, then it's gonna be touching too much with this corner, so I might just push this in a little bit. I think I'm gonna increase the density as well. I'll show you guys right now in detail to what number, and maybe pull out the outline here. Soon I'll start doing screen recording so you guys get a clearer picture of what I'm doing on the computer instead of just recording the screen. Probably get on that soon, because I don't think this shows clearly for you guys. But anyways, first thing I'm gonna do is change the density for this one. Like I said before, I work in regular inches, not in millimeters, but still I can show you guys what it'll be in millimeters. So I'm going from 9 to, I'm gonna try 7, only because there were some areas, like you probably can't see in the corners, that either the foam didn't rip or you could see some foam in between, like the thread looks too separated. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in 7. So if we're in metric, which is what mostly everybody is on, 0.18 millimeters, if you guys can see. So I'm just gonna choose all of these objects. Hopefully I got all of them. Where is it? 07. There we go. Also, I haven't done any of this before, but for this one you got to throw in some caps. You see these underneath? There's a ton of videos out there going into great detail, but pretty much there are these ends here, because these satins just end like this. All the foam sticks out, so you got to add this cap to seal it in pretty much, which looks like this. This is the cap. Let me... This pretty much, you know what I mean? There's a foam where it would stick out, so you got to put this underneath it, covers it up, and then it'll go over that. For me, this has been a lot of trial and error. This design, I never got it to come out halfway decent on the Melco. Okay, but let's do these changes real quick so we could get to it. I hate that this keyboard that I'm using at the moment doesn't have any arrows. I'm gonna this outline, make it stick out a bit as well. Same on this side. This one could use some help. So nothing special, guys. The only other thing I did, so it does the outline and then it does this play stitch, which just be to hold down the foam. And all of these like squiggles, I've heard you gotta do them so it doesn't split much, like they're in these places here where the satin's going this way and then it's going another direction. Let me hoop my sample material here. As long as I have a little solid area where it's tight, I think that's good. For this one, I'm actually gonna be using the colors to get a better picture. So we're gonna, that's the tan. I'm almost out. And then black. I'm just gonna let it run and then I'll catch you guys when I'm doing the foam. I'll run the whole design on time lapse when it's on the hat. But for now, let's just skip over to the foam, shall we? It is looking sweet. We got our piece of foam here. Perfect size. Gonna slow this puppy down to 400 for now. I'm not gonna show you guys everything, so you can watch it. So you can watch it get done on the hat. All right, but let's get it. Just gonna hold it a bit just to make sure it doesn't bounce. There's that tack down stitch holding it down the foam. It's kind of hard to see, huh? Black on black. Right now it's doing the caps. Not sure if you can see it. There's one of them done right there. And the second one. One big cap up there. I could probably change the order of things right there, like just so it doesn't go. Well, it kind of has to go up there to do the cap, actually. Never mind. I was gonna say it should start here and then go up, but that cap needs to go first. Just finishing up here. Right now, we're gonna take it out and give it a little clean. Maybe I'll cut it out and put it on top of the hat, like a little mock-up, and then we'll get it. We'll get to it. Let's clean it up. I was thinking about hitting it with the heat gun, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Depends. I think I'm gonna just leave it like this. I think we got it. I think we got it, folks. What do you guys think? I'm hoping you guys can see that. I'm blasting the light right at it. I might pull this outline out a little bit. That one. What else? Maybe push that back in a little bit more. Stick these out just a little bit more, maybe just this one. But it looks clean. What do you guys think? Or let me know if you guys would have done another color combo. What do you guys think? Will it be clean? I think so. Yeah. Let's get to hooping. We got our 3-ounce stabilizer. Like I said, this hat is not super thick and stiff, so I'm adding that support for this one. Gotta make sure it's tight, that the teeth are in that seam right there. There it is. I have my midway point, which now that I look at it, it's a little off. Should be a little bit more to the right. Go ahead and clean that up. Just a touch. Somewhere like right there. Let's hoop this thing. This is the first time I'm actually embroidering on an Otto Cap. Now we've been practicing on flats, so I'm sure it's not gonna come out perfect. but that's fine. I think a little bit more to the right. Like when I did the KB hat, it looked just about perfect on a flat, but then there's always differences obviously when you're embroidering on an actual hat. Too bad there's only one I have of this color, but it's gonna have to do. Okay, let's do it. Running it again, 400, starting off with the tan. Without further ado, had to stop it one. It leaked a little bit of oil. I just did maintenance today, so I had some extra oil, but it cleaned up just with water, and I have the wrong color, so I'm gonna back it up to the beginning. Go. That is looking clean, everybody. No loose stitches, no underlay sticking out. Let's get that foam ready, and we'll start that. All right. I might tape this down actually. Literally just while it does the first few stitches, and then I'm gonna take off the tape. I don't feel like sticking my fingers in this one, because this tape's not that great either. It doesn't really hold. Gotta make sure everything's covered. Okay. Go ahead and remove it. Let's get it on. I'm gonna let it run through the first part of the caps and the satin stitch that goes over, and then I'll leave you guys with the time lapse. Pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up a bit. Even though this foam is easy to tear off, I'm still pretty careful. You know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doesn't even need much cleaning. Not gonna lie. I'm still gonna hit it with the heat gun, but not too bad. Here we go. Our Amazon heat gun. Here it is, in case you guys are interested. Actually, the biggest spot where it's sticking out, it's right up here. So I'm actually gonna push that in first. And then hit it. And that's good. Still gonna do the lighter because a lot of times with puff you get like loose strings on the caps, which I don't see any yet, but might as well do it. There it is, everybody. Here it is in action. Only thing I gotta do is wet it a little bit here and probably this mark that the machine leaves. But besides that, I think we did it on this one. I know you guys probably seen this design get done a bunch of times, but honestly, if you're messing around with puff or just hats in general, this LA design is good practice design because you know what it looks like. You know what it's supposed to look like, especially with the puff. We've all seen it, and I just think it's good practice. I did want to mention though, before we finish off, one of the main reasons why the Melco couldn't do this design even, as simple as it is, because from what I know, every machine has a limit of how long it could do a stitch. Now right up here, it's got some really long stitches. This one right here, the Melco could not do it. It would do one stitch, cut, go over here, stitch once, cut, and obviously that wouldn't work. So what the Tajima does, it does it real slow, but it still does it. It'll do one, another one, literally at this speed, like real slow, but it still jumps that stitch. So that's why the Melco can never do it. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you have a comment or a question, or if you enjoyed this video, to be able to catch us on our next videos as well. Appreciate you guys as always. Deuces.